Continuing on to number 29. 10x plus 20 all over x plus 2 equals 10. That's going to be true if you factor it out again. So this does equal that, but the question is, when does it equal it? It's not always, and it's not never. And it's going to be every single time except when x equals negative 2, because I go back to my domain issue here, can't equal 0. So it's going to be, so this would be D, all except when x equals negative 2. Going back to, we cannot have the 0 being a 0 in the denominator. Looking at 30, 6x squared all over 3 equals 2x squared. These two are not, well, these are true again because I can reduce them. And once again, there's no variables in the bottom, so this is always true for all real values, or so that would be all values of x. That would be C. 31. What is equivalent? Okay, and this is kind of a good question. You know, which one do you recognize as the same? And so one thing I can do here is factor out a negative 1. That's what they're really trying to get you to realize on this. So that those signs of that, so it becomes a negative b and a positive a. And so the one that I'm assuming is going to be this one here. They have that. Yeah, it's going to be D. D is what would be equivalent. They want to see if you recognize that you can factor out that negative 1. 32. 6 all over x minus 5 minus 2 all over 5 minus x. And they want you to use this rule above here. So I'm going to go ahead and first thing I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that's a 5. And it's going to be plus negative 2. And then I'm going to factor out a negative 1 in this second one. And so now these binomials are the same. Negative 5 is positive x's. I'm going to move the negative 1 up. Remember, it doesn't matter where the negative sign that in a fraction. I'm going to rewrite these in the same order. So the answer is 8 over x minus 5. Okay. X minus 5. Moving on to question 33. These last couple here, I'm just going to get them started on some of them. So 23, remember, dividing is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So this is what I would do right here. And so what you need to do here is, this is multiplication, so just start cross-canceling, right? Take out a 5, take out a 7, take out an x, and we're looking at 12 all over 15x squared. 34, same thing. This is all multiplication, so just start reducing. This 5 leaves me with a 5 right there. A 3 leaves me with a 1, and it gives me a negative 4 down here. This leaves me with x squared here. This leaves me with a y right here. Now, this is going to get a little bit messy here, so I'm going to kind of rewrite this. So up top and left with just a y, and then a 5x. Okay, down below I got an x squared and a y squared, and you can see I didn't get enough stuff, so it's okay to do this in 2 steps. So it leaves me with an x, leaves me with a y, and that leaves me with 5 over x y. I did that kind of quickly. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. 35 is the same type of question. I'm going to go ahead and go to 36. And 36 is once again with the negative, factoring a negative in the denominator. So I'm just going to kind of get these ones set up here. I'm going to go and add the opposite up top. And so in the bottom, I'm going to factor it out. So I just kind of jumped into the first step. Okay. So now they're the same. Move that to the top and go from there. Right. 37, same thing. when I go ahead and do this one, it has to be distributed to both numbers. So you can see the original question was positive 4 minus 5. I distribute the negative into both. Down below, I'll factor out a negative. Okay, that needs to go back up. Now, when this goes back up, once again, it has to be distributed. Okay, so you could have just switched the sign, but it's kind of the same thing, and so it goes right back to the way it was. Now you just add the tops. Okay. All over x minus 3. And remember, our last steps are always to factor and reduce. So the answer is just 5.